Hello, everyone. Again, this is Francisco R. Onde Jr., or you may call me Sir ONDEREAL. And we're now here in our part 2, all about the closed verse. So in this second part, we are to solve the area of a closed verse in just a few minutes. No? Though, yes, it will take some time in discussing, but if you will gonna practice this by your own, you'll find out that this method will just take in just a few minutes lang pala, or siguro less than a minute, no? And I call this as the ONDEREAL's I over 2 rule. In my first video, in the first part, I discussed how to solve for the length and bearing of a closed verse with a missing data. And the missing data is the length and bearing of a single course, no? So if you haven't watched it yet, no, please go there and watch it, because I also discussed there the sign conventions that we're gonna be using also here. So ganyan. And also the area or the traverse that I'm gonna use in this problem, in this video, is also the same as what I used in the first part. So please watch it muna. Now wait, let's move on. So ito yung problem. A closed traverse has the following data. Determine the area of the closed traverse. So again, the same lang yan with the problem I gave in the first part. And in that first part, the missing were this, no? The bearing and distance of course 3-4. Pero kunumpleto ko na lang dito, no? So paano ba natin i-solve ito? Well, ano yung conventional way? Diba? We learned it in the undergrad that if we're gonna calculate the area of a closed traverse, either we're gonna use DMD or the DPD method, right? So, ito yung DMD method. Meron siyang rules, no? First rule is the DMD of the first course is equal to the departure of the course, no? And the second rule is the DMD of any other course is equal to the DMD of the preceding course. That means if we're focusing on the second, the DMD of the second is equal to the DMD of the first, plus the departure of the preceding course, which is still the first, and plus the departure of the course itself, no? The departure of the course 2-3. If nasa 4-5 tayo, the DMD of 4-5 is the DMD of 3-4 plus departure of 3-4 plus the departure of that 4-5. So ganun yan. And the third rule is the DMD of the last course is numerically equal to the departure of that course, but of course with opposite sign, no? And after that, in order for us to get the area of the closed traverse, remember, we're gonna multiply the calculated DMD with the respective latitude. So multiply mo sila, and we call them as the DA. Then after that, i-add natin yung mga DA, and half of the sum of DA is the area of the closed traverse. Okay, so i-discuss ko dito. Anyway, if DPD method pala, so parang similar lang siya. We're gonna make this the DPD of the first course is equal to the latitude of the course, no? And the second rule, the DPD of any other course is equal to the DPD of the preceding course plus the latitude of that preceding course plus the latitude of that course itself. And third, the DPD of the last course is numerically equal to the latitude of that course, but with the opposite sign. So similar lang sila. But dito, I'm gonna be using DMD muna. No, DMD lang, no, in calculating for the area. So eto pala yung mga latitudes and departures nila. No, you may evaluate that by your own. No, again, remember that if north, positive yung latitude. If south, negative naman. If east, positive yung departure. If west, negative naman. So these are their respective latitudes and departure. So applying DMD method. So the first rule again is the DMD of the first course is equal to its own departure. So that is 9.456. Next, the DMD of the second course is equal to the DMD of the first course. So that's equal to 39.456. Ito ha, 9.456 plus 9.456 plus 27.29. So that is 46.202. Ganun. And the DMD of the third course is this answer plus 27.29 plus this 35.147. Okay, and that is 108.639. And next, the DMD of the next course, answer plus the departure of the preceding course, 35.147. The next is plus 3.233. Ayan. Ganun. So that is 147.019. So ito yun. And if we proceed, answer plus this 3.233 plus minus 75.125. So applying the second rule all throughout the end, I got 75.127. No, but applying the third rule, again, the DPD of the last course is numerically equal to the latitude, but with opposite signs. So pwede lang instead of 75.127, gawin natin yung 75.125. Konti lang yung difference, no? Just because of some little error. Due to gravity lang yan. Ganun. So, ganun siya. So, after that, i-multiply natin sila. No? Again, no? Where do this come from? This 547.814 comes from multiplying this latitude 57.933 times 9.456. See? Ganun. And ito naman, this negative 34.559 is this times this. And this is equal to latitude times DMD. Latitude times DMD. Latitude times DMD. So ito yung mga DA. And adding them, we can have this negative 6,222.15. And again, as I said, the area of the closed traverse is half of the summation of the A. And since negative yan, just ignore the negative sign. No, that's half of 6,222.15, and that is equal to 3,111.076. That is, of course, in square meters. No, so that's it. That's how to calculate the area of a closed traverse using the DMD rules, DMD method. Pwede ka mag-DPD, walang problema. But ngayon, I'm gonna discuss how to calculate this using the shortcut way. Now, the ONDEREAL's I over 2 rule. Ano ba yung ONDEREAL's I over 2 rule? Ito, if the sides of a closed triangle are expressed as complex numbers A, B, and C respectively, then the area is the positive value of the real part of this. Now, let's say, ito yung closed traverse, 3 sides lang. You store this to A, you store this to B as complex numbers. Then the area of this is I over 2 A conjugate of B. Or I over 2 B conjugate of C, or I over 2 C conjugate of A. Actually, I derived this method by using, ano ba yung ginamit ko noon? Yung determinants, calculating the area of a triangle with given coordinates of vertices. Diba? There's a method of calculating the area niyan. No? So I define a way, no, na nakuha ko na ito pala yung shortcut way. Basta i-express mo lang ito in the respective complex numbers. Medyo matagal na yung pag-derive ko. Siguro I was grade 5 that time. No? Just kidding. Let's proceed. And also for a closed traverse with sides expressed as complex numbers A, B, C, D, and E, the area is the positive value, again, a positive value of the real part of this. So, para bang kinumbine lang sila. I over 2 times the quantity of A conjugate of B plus A plus B conjugate of C plus quantity of A plus B plus C conjugate of D. Okay? Well, let us try to solve that. Again, mode 2 tayo. By the way, I'm gonna store them. No? I-store ko sila ulit. So, also i-fix ko ito. So, first one is northeast, 58.7. Angle 9.27. I'm gonna store this to A. Then also, ito naman, southeast. So, for southeast, it's negative of 27.3. Then angle negative. Okay, basta southeast, negative, negative yung mga signs dito. I discussed the sign convention ito in my first part video. So, look for it, no? So, yan yung pattern. If southeast, negative, negative. Store ko ito sa B. And next, this is just northeast. So, all are positive. 35.2. Angle, positive 86.787 degrees. Okay, so I'm going to store this to C. Okay, and for this 5, it's southeast again. So negative quantity of 35, angle negative of 5.3. So, I'm going to store this to D. And 5-1, it's southwest. So for southwest, walang negative sa angle. Only yung sa labas lang yung negative. No? 78.96 angle negative. No, walang negative dito. 72.07. Okay. So I'm gonna store this to E. I think I've stored them all na. A, B, C, D, E. Okay, good. And one way to check if this is indeed a closed traverse is adding them. Again, the sum must be 0 plus 0i or simply 0 or approximately 0 plus 0i. Okay lang may konting error, no? Error. So, konti lang yung error. So, it doesn't matter much, no? Now, actually, nasulat ko yan dito. No? Now, in my previous, video, again, this bearing and distance were unknown, no? So, if unknown siya, the way to solve that is using this, no, negative A minus B minus D, then store that to C, no? Pwede natin gawin yan. Negative A minus B minus D minus E, and I'm gonna store this right away to C. So the same, no? 1.973 plus 35.147. So ito, if we're gonna add them na, 0 na talaga exactly. So applying the Simpson's 1/3 rule, okay, i-follow mo lang yung formula na ito, no? So how? Ito, I over 2 times A conjugate shift 2 then 2 conjugate of B, then plus quantity naman A plus B conjugate shift to C plus quantity, include mo na yung C1 A plus B plus C, quantity conjugate ito, conjugate of D. Now, though there are 5 courses, you may not include the last one. I'm gonna discuss why, no? Bakit hindi na kinangan, no? So, close parenthesis and equal. So, see, I got 3,111.079. So, that's the area. In the previous slide, the area I got was 3,111.076. No, so konti lang yung difference, no, sa third decimal lang. So this is really good to use, no, on the real's I over 2 rule. From now on, use this, no, instead of using DMD or DPD method. So again, as I said, the area is the positive value of the real part. No, sometimes say it give you a negative real part value. So just ignore the sign, of course, no. So ganun yan. Now, I'm gonna discuss why yan yung operation. So, if I'm gonna draw that closed traverse, ito yung figure niya. Okay, 1-2, its length is that, then bearing north, 9.27. 2-3, this is southwest, no? So, its length is 27.3. Its angle is, of course, from the south dito. So ito yung angle na yan, 88.43, almost 90 degrees na. And ito, 3-4, it's northeast. So from the north, then 4-5, this is the bearing, southeast, south 5.3 degrees. And lastly, 5-1, 72.07 southwest, and the length is 78.96. Now, take note, I stored the complex na ito sa A, right? At dito naman B, ito C, ito D, ito E. Store ko sila, no? Ito yun. Let's say this we're asked to get the area of the segment or the triangle connecting 1, 2, and 3. Ito lang. So yan lang yung papakuha. Now there's a topic, di ba, na subdivision of lot. So this is really useful, no? If we're gonna apply this. So if we're gonna calculate that, there's a triangle A and B, same as this kanina, the formula is I/2 times A times B conjugate. No. A times conjugate of B. Shift complex to B. Okay. The real part is the area. So the area nito is 794.03 square meters. And if ito naman yung i-calculate natin, ito, connecting 1, 3, 4, no? Yung gagawin natin is i-connect natin to 1-3. Now, the complex that connects 1-3 is actually just A plus B. Yan yung result, di ba? If you add natin yung complex number A and B, the result is this, directly from this point to that point. So, combination siya A plus B, no? So, the triangle has an area of I/2 times, i-quantity ko ito, A plus B, ito, then conjugate of C, ito. So, it's 968.685. Ito yung area nito, no? Well, ito naman, if I'm gonna calculate this third naman, so interconnect ko ito, no, from 1 to 4, and that 1 to 4 is actually the sum of this, A plus B plus C, no? So, A plus B plus C siya. That's why mag-conjugate of D. Lagyan mo lang ng C ito, conjugate of D. Okay? And that is why there's no need for you to include E. Na kasi, with that lang, excluding E, makalculate mo na yung total area. So, if we're gonna make them as 1, the area is I/2 times A plus A times conjugate of B plus quantity of A plus B conjugate of C plus A plus B plus C conjugate of D. Conjugate of D. Yan. So again, I got 3,111.079. That's the area. Do not mind the imaginary part. Okay? So ito yun. Madali lang, di ba? Now, what if, sir, kulang pa ito? Well, if kulang ito, if missing yan, then okay lang. You may just start dito. Di ba? This corresponds to D. Pwede ka mag-start sa D. Pwede yan. Like, ito is D. Ito is D. Then, conjugate, of course, the next niyan is E. Right? So, after E, ito D plus, ano naman ito? D plus E. No? D plus E. And connecting E is A, right? So, A ito. The last is D plus E plus A. D plus E plus A. Then conjugate of B. Okay, so ito. So, do I have to include the last one? Again, this would be the operation if missing yung 3-4. And with that, I think we're we're already done. Now, no need to include C. So as you see, the same result, 3,111.079. No? And actually, operating this, ito yung kinalculate natin ay. We started from D, di ba? Gawa tayo ng, para bang ito, we first took this. After that, dito. After that, dito. So, or pwede rin, mag-start ka dito. It's really up to you. No? If ito yung given, if ito yung unknown, the same as kanina, mag-start ka dito. No? First, second, then jump dito, third, fourth. If ito naman yung unknown, jump ka dito. Una ka dito, of course, sa first. If ito yung unknown, 4-5, una ka dito, then jump dito. So, ano lang yan? No, madali lang. As in, sobrang dali. Now, example. Another example. So, a school lot has the following dimension. So, find the cost of the lot, hindi the loss, no? If it costs 3.1 million per hectare. This is a past board exam. I think recent lang ito na board exam, no? So, I also discussed this in the first part of the video. So, I took the length of bearing, but now we're not gonna calculate that anymore. No need to calculate that. We're gonna calculate for the area, and after that, multiply it by the unit cost. So, i-clear ko muna yung memory. Kalimutan ang memory lang. So that the setup won't change. Okay. So I'm still in complex, and fixed is 3 decimal points. So hindi nag-change. Memory lang yung nawala. So first, store this. It's 145.16. This is northwest. So angle negative 57 degrees and 39 minutes. I'm going to store this to A. Next, skip that. Jump dito southeast. So for southeast, negative of 62.1. The angle. Negative as well, 44 degrees and 45 minutes. So shifts toward C. And for this one, it's 300. It's northeast 300. Angle negative. No, it's positive lang pala. Sorry, 31 degrees 16 minutes. So shift, store D. So I've stored them to A, to C, and to D. Take note, hindi ako nag-include ng B because that's unknown. Now, how to calculate its area? So applying ONDEREAL's I over 2 rule, I over 2 times, I'm gonna start sa C. I stored it to C, ha? Remember, ito A, C, D. So that is C times conjugate of D, right? Then plus C plus D naman dito. C plus D conjugate of A. No need to include B. So that gives me 29,802. So again, do not mind that negative sign. No? Do not mind that. So the area is 29,802.83 squared meters. Take note, the area is in squared meters. Lalabas ako dito, pumunta ako sa mode 1. No. Store ko muna ito. Pwede man. Shift store. Store ko ito sa E. No? So if lalabas ako sa mode 2, nasa complex, wala na ako sa complex. No? And if I'm gonna evaluate E, ang matitira na lang is yung real part. No? So, ignore the sign. Ito yung area, right? 29,802, and this is in square meters. And take note, a hectare is equal to 10,000 square meters. So this is 2.98, right? 2.98 hectares. So divided by 10,000. So multiply this by the unit cost. No, it costs 3.1 billion per hectare. And this is million. So this would be the cost of the school. It's what? 9,238,877.57. Okay, so that's it. That's how to evaluate the area using ONDEREAL over 2. Madali lang. I want you to practice this. If whether you're going to try the example no, by your own, no, and if may ma-miss kayo or may nakalimutan kayo, just keep on reviewing the video. No? So I hope you enjoyed it, no, and I hope you learned something talaga dito. No, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet, no, and also to click the notification bell so that you would be notified in the future video. Okay, so uh, thank you for listening. No, and by the way, we have an online review for your preparation in this November board exam. So click that video there or that icon there to watch the program of Girisanya Engineering Review and Training Center. No, and again, thank you. Goodbye and God bless you next time.